everyone, welcome to a whole new episode of your program Culture Magazine. Allow me to accompany you through a journey of diverse segments from culture, heritage, traditional works, dazzling ballet performances, opera singing and diverse visual art exhibitions. And now, let's kick off with our episode. In our program, we're always keen to tackle the artistic movement that is happening here in Egypt with its diverse visual art exhibitions. So let's take a closer look.
Egypt is distinguished by a unique natural diversity that combines the charm of the Nile, the magnificence of the deserts, and the beauty of the coastlines stretching along the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. The country is rich with breathtaking landscapes that captivate hearts from north to south. Visual journey takes us to southern Egypt, where the Nile flows more peacefully. Colors appear warmer and memories feel more vivid through the exhibition Aswan by the Egyptian visual artist Dr. Adel Mustafa. Dr. Adel Mustafa is an Egyptian visual artist who earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts, followed by a master's and doctoral degrees in painting. He is currently a professor in the painting department at the Faculty of Fine Arts, Alexandria University. Dr. Adel Mustafa is known for his artistic style that blends reality and imagination, creating visual worlds with a fantastical and romantic character. His works are distinguished by vibrant colors and dreamlike scenes, inspired by the sea, the city of Alexandria, and the landscapes of Egypt. Elements such as boats, birds, the sea, and flowers frequently appear in his compositions, conveying a sense of joy, contemplation, and serenity.
The exhibition you are seeing now is about Aswan, and it is part of a series of exhibitions I am creating about Egypt as a whole. I paint all of Egypt through my own artistic perspective. I live in Alexandria, and I used to paint the city from my own point of view. I also spent my childhood in Kafr el-Sheikh, which inspired me to paint the Delta and the Nile in Cairo, Rosetta, and Dusuk. Last year's exhibition was called Lovers of the Nile. This year, I decided to paint Aswan because we all, without exception, have a special connection to this beautiful city. As soon as we hear the word Aswan, we immediately feel love and longing for this remarkable place. Aswan represents the pure beauty of the Nile, the graceful sailboats, the ancient rocks, the rich plants, the beautiful birds, and the breathtaking landscapes. It is a place filled with peace, beauty, and timeless charm.
His most notable exhibitions are the Route 2018 Presence of Jasmine, featuring works that depict romantic and dreamlike worlds, Below Words of the Nile, inaugurated at Zamalek Art Gallery in 2025, where he continued to develop his vision based on magical realism and visual imagination. Mustafa is regarded as one of the artists dedicated to presenting a visual language of hope, imagination, and beauty, while drawing upon his academic expertise to create contemporary artistic experiences that integrate painting, visual arts, and photography. In this exhibition, the artist does not merely depict a place as it appears to the eye, rather, he reimagines it as it's felt by the soul.
في معارض السابقة كنت دايما بعمل فانتازيا أو خيال.
In my previous exhibitions, I used to rely more on fantasy and imagination. But in this exhibition, I did not feel the need to create fantasy, because the scene itself already carries a magical and dreamlike quality. Most of the exhibition is inspired by scenes from Aswan. In this painting, I wanted to portray the iconic artist Mohammed Monir, who represents an authentic Egyptian voice, the voice of the Nile and the voice of Aswan. Through his music and presence, he honestly expresses the spirit of the environment we all love, the Nubian culture, the atmosphere of Aswan, and Egypt in general. I chose to paint him surrounded by Nubian people on an island in the Nile, while the boats move and circle around him. I believe the painting carries a sense of celebration and warmth toward this beautiful Egyptian voice known as Mohammed Monir. In this exhibition, I used a wide and changing range of colors, moving between cool tones such as different shades of blue, which reflect the colors of the Nile, and warmer earthy tones inspired by rocks and natural landscapes. I also used gold and silver tones, because they are connected to the idea of sunlight reflecting on the water like pearls. That is why Aswan and Nubia are often called the land of gold.
In his paintings, Aswan is transformed into a realm of dreams and reflection, where Egyptian nature merges with the magic of life, and where mountains, the Nile, and the traditional boats harmonize in scenes filled with poetry, tranquility, and romance.
أعتقد إن في توجه كمان ضمني مش توجه معلن.
I believe there is now a general, unspoken artistic movement among some contemporary visual artists toward painting the Nile and portraying all of Egypt, with each artist expressing it in their own unique way. I think this is something truly beautiful, and it represents an important role of visual art. When I painted Aswan this time, it already existed deeply in my memory and imagination because I have visited it many times. Almost every winter, I travel to Aswan. But for this exhibition, I made a special trip specifically to search for the beauty and the vision that would inspire me to create visual art. Of course, this beauty exists everywhere there, in the Nile, the rocks, the plants, the sailboats, the natural landscapes, and especially the people, who are truly the heart of Aswan. Their kindness, their dark skin tones, and their colorful traditional clothing all blended together in my mind to create this exhibition under the title Aswan. The exhibition also includes sculptural works, where boats and human figures appear as central artistic elements. In my future work, I hope to paint Sinai, and eventually all of Egypt, from its northern shores to its western lands, in order to reveal the beauty of our precious country, Egypt.
Aswan, Adil Mustafa continues his artistic journey of celebrating the Egyptian landscape and revealing its authentic and spiritual dimensions. Through a collection of works characterized by rich colors and luminous compositions, he invites viewers to pause before each scene, contemplate in details, and rediscover the intimate connection between humanity and nature. Aswan is not merely an exhibition of paintings, it is an invitation to discover Egypt from a different perspective, one in which everyday scenes are transformed into moments of visual enchantment, and art becomes a language of contemplation, dreams, and beauty.
The Cairo Opera House is the cultural lighthouse of the Middle East. It presents serious arts and an address of Egypt's artistic and cultural identity, exporting a lofty image of our dear Egypt and exposing this nation to a diverse range of cultural exchange.
As part of the Cairo Opera House role to present masterpieces of classical world arts and highlight creative works inspired by humanity's cultural heritage, the Cairo Opera Ballet Company led by Amina Kamel presented a performance featuring the ballet Osiris and Isis along Les Rendezvous and selected scenes from the opera Prince Igor. The performance was accompanied by the Cairo Opera Orchestra conducted by Maestro Mohammed Saad Basha and was staged at the main hall of the Cairo Opera House. The choreography of Osiris and Isis was created by Dr. Abdel Menem Kamel and Armina Kamel, and the music composed by Gamal Abdel Rahim. The ballet draws inspiration from the famous ancient Egyptian legend of King Osiris and Queen Isis, who were blessed with love and peace. According to ancient Egyptian beliefs, Osiris symbolized justice, goodness, and renewal. He was said to have taught people agriculture and organized the affairs of life, earning the love and admiration of all. The story unfolds as Osiris and his wife become the victims of a conspiracy devised by Osiris' brother Set and his wife Nephthys, driven by jealousy and hatred. The plot leads to the murder of Osiris, after which Horus avenges his father with the help of his mother Isis. The battle between the armies of Horus and Set ultimately ends with Horus' victory and his coronation as king of Egypt.
Today we have a very special performance because we have 3 ballet in one evening, and very difficult as a style, as a music, as a technique of the ballet. The first is ballet Osiris, music Gamel Abderrahim, and choreography Dr. Abdelmonem Kamel and myself. And the second is Danse Concroise on the music of Brahms, choreography Thierry Malandin. The third one is the Polynésian dance of Prince Igor Borodin. So the public, I think, will enjoy because there are 3 different styles, and everybody will find something that they will appreciate. And of course, it has been a little difficult to prepare all this ballet, and we took around 5 weeks of rehearsal every day.
The ballet choreography was inspired by the movement depicted on the walls of ancient Egyptian temples. Composer Gamal Abdelrahim also selected orchestrated colors that evoke the character of instruments portrayed in temple reliefs. His orchestration relied skillfully on the flute, harp, and percussion, transporting the audience through the atmosphere of love shared by Isis and Osiris and the prosperity that flourished during their reign. The percussion section becomes increasingly prominent during scenes of conflict and battle, highlighting the dramatic intensity of the performance. The legend of Osiris remained one of the greatest stories of ancient Egyptian civilization and one of the most celebrated myths that shaped the Egyptian imagination for thousands of years. To this day, it stands as a powerful reflection of the ancient Egyptian beliefs in justice and the triumph of good over evil, and the concepts of recreation and renewal that formed a central part of their vision of life and death.
The story is the story of that everybody knows. Osiris is enjoying his time with his wife Isis. When Nephte and Set, they are plotting against him, they kill him. Isis is going around to collect his body, and when she's collecting his body, she found that Horus, her son, is fighting against the evil personage of Set, and at the very end Horus kills Set, and Horus and Isis, they are enjoying their victory.
Rendezvous by Thierry Malandin and set to music by Johannes Brahms explores a series of amusing relationships among 4 young men and 4 young women as they attempted to get acquainted with one another. The work highlights various personality traits including shyness, hesitation, vanity, impulsiveness and seriousness. The Express from Prince Igor, featuring music by Alexander Bourdin and geography by Valentin Mers, appear as a dance tableau at the conclusion of the second act. In this scene, the tribal leader orders entertainment for Prince Igor following the failure of his military campaign and his capture as a prisoner. These performances are presented within the framework of the Cairo Opera House commitment to showcasing masterpieces of classical international arts and creative works inspired by humanity cultural heritage. Such productions contribute to enriching the awareness, strengthening cultural dialogue among nations, and supporting ballet as one of the most refined art forms capable of expressing noble human values through the universal language of movement and music. The Cairo Ballet Company has been established by Abdelmonem Kamel since 35 years. Then unluckily he passed away, and myself I continue his mission, and I think that I am continuing his line of choreography, of program, and his love for the classical ballet. Of course we have even modern ballet. In fact today Osiris and Danse Concroise are not really classic but are demi-classic. So, but I think that I am continuing his style in the work of the Cairo Ballet Company.